Great to be with you on another edition of Grizzly Connect. Bryant Johnson with you on KSPK. So we have a lot to look forward to, but we want to lead things off with Jessica Hellweg, a young woman who has been on fire for the ASC women's soccer program. It's hard enough to score one goal, Jessica, but when you scored 5 goals in a span of 2 games, what does that feel like?
It feels great. But, it wasn't only me. It was the support of my teammates and them working the ball behind me to get it to me. But it is a great feeling to score.
Well, you mentioned to me that now is obviously a great time to be part of this program, but now you have to keep it up. What is it going to take to keep this up?
It's just going to keep dedication and hard work. I mean, we've been working every day for the past month for at least 3 hours every day, just doing our own thing, doing our thing in practice. And I mean, it's just going to take us working together hard and continuing the passing and the shooting like we've been doing to continue what we're doing.
Jessica is, of course, part of an ASC soccer program that's been kind of under the radar the last few years. You're now regionally ranked. You're off to a 3-1 start through your first 4 games. How different of a feeling is this when there's recognition continuing to be poured upon you?
Oh, I almost cried. When Coach told me that we were regionally ranked, I ran around his office screaming because, people don't realize how hard we work and what we do for this school and our program to be able to get recognized. And that now that people are finally seeing our improvement, it's an amazing feeling.
People always want to hear about the change that's taken place that has created this success, be it pregame preparation, routines, superstitions, different way you're tying the knots on your cleats. Is there anything? What, if anything, have you changed, be it very subtle, over the last few years when you prepare for a game?
Preparing for a game, it'd probably definitely be our pregame. We take a few minutes to ourselves every game, just to think about what needs to be done in the quiet. We're all sitting together, but we just kind of contemplate what we need to do, what needs to get done in order to win the game.
It's Jessica Hellweg with the ASC women's soccer program. You and your best friend have accounted for 70% of the goals. Autumn Boyer with 2 goals now after entering the season with none in her career. We've always known that she's an athlete, but as you said, her gangly legs have allowed her to score 2 miracle goals. Why is the time right for her, and why is she becoming one of the second contributors to the success of ASC?
The time has always been right. It's just never been the right timing on the field for Autumn. But now she's creating her own opportunity, just doing what she needs to do, and just having the confidence in herself. Thank God, because she's a great player. She's improved so much.
Well, conference season is approaching, and the non-conference schedule outside of the fluke loss to Pueblo, it's been brilliant. Adams State, since 2002, they've really never come close to having a 500 record in conference. 5-7 was the best record, and that was 6 years ago. So why is this year the year that ASC finally gets to 500 in conference play?
Well, let's hope we do, knock on wood. But we're playing a different formation, and we have the right people to play that formation. And we, the past years, we've just never had the right formation with the correct people in it. And now we have everyone that we need, and we have a depth in our team that we can come out and still have the subs come in and have the same level of play, which helps a lot.
ASC switched their offensive formation from a 3-5-2 to a 4-4-2 this season, and the reaction from you has been one of personal freedom on the field. The energy level and endurance is higher, and you're finding out that so far there's a lot more room for you to showcase your skills. What has been the most noticeable impact of this new offense?
I'd say the number of shots on goal is increased a lot more. We get a lot of great crossing balls from the outside men. Erica, Paige, Jazz, whoever plays on the outside, Kaylee, they get that ball in there, and they just give us those opportunities that we need to put the ball in the back of the net.
It's Jessica Hellweg with the ASC women's soccer team. Jess is tied for the conference lead in points and goals. How special would that be to end the year in the top 5, or maybe as the #1 goal scorer in the conference?
If I could do it, and I want to do it, and I'm going to do my best, I would be the happiest girl in the world. Hands down.
It'll definitely be a challenge considering the amount of talent that exists in this conference, but with you and a senior-laden roster and, of course, Coach Cliff in a position now to take the conference by storm, it must be enjoyable to be in your senior season and to think about all the things that were told to you when Coach Cliff recruited you to come to ASC. How big of a deal is it to have a great season for him?
I think it means the world to him as well. He has put just as much work in as we have, and he has been there for us for the past 4 years. So I think us making the playoffs, making the national tournament would be a dream.
When you're not only picking up victories, but coming up with commanding wins in the process, and you're seeing all of the labor and execution that Coach Cliff has discussed to you about and told you that would work when you succeed, when you're actually watching it early in the season, how does that alter your confidence as you approach conference play?
I mean, my confidence still stays the same no matter. I've played these teams for the past 3 years. I know how they play. Nothing's changed. We're the only team in the RMAC that has changed drastically this past year. So I'm ready. Bring it on.
Jessica Hellweg with the ASC Women's Soccer Program. Jess, thanks for chatting with us, and congratulations on Jay Cutler's performance as your Chicago Bears are 1-0 on the year.
Thank you. And what are your Vikings?
And we'll be back with more.